Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Clara Luper. Today's program is being brought to you by Rainbow, and Rainbow is good bread. Our sponsors today are happy to be a part of the second National Radiothon for NAACP memberships. Certainly, we would like to pause now and thank Rainbow Bread. You have made Rainbow Bread what it is today. And Rainbow is saying to you today that I am with the NAACP and what it stands for. Today, I'm broadcasting from 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue, probably the most historical spot in Oklahoma City. A spot where men and women of all races, creeds, and colors have gathered since 1968 to make the American dream become a reality. It's a long story. It's a story that started in August 1619 when the first slaves were brought to America on a ship that some say was named Jesus. It started in Jamestown, Virginia, as those 20 blacks dreamed of being free, although they were brought to a strange country among strange people and a strange land. The fight started for freedom, and the blacks have been gathering from that day talking about freedom. This is the Clara Luper radio show. I want to make sure that you're hearing me out in radio land. I want to make sure that everything is really all right. Today, you will have the opportunity to meet the men, women, and children that are still working for freedom. And as you listen to these people today, you will remember that it was the abolitionists that wrote letters, that petitioned the government, that marched for freedom. You will also remember that it was a long, tall man named Abraham Lincoln. After 2 years of a bitter war known as the Civil War, signed the Emancipation Proclamation and gave freedom to 4.5 million people. As you listen to these people today, you will also remember that after the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th Amendment, blacks were not free. And then a long march came for freedom. Or you remember Plessy versus Ferguson, where the highest court in the land said that separate but equal was okay. But you also remember those courageous people that started the NAACP for one purpose, to make sure that the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th Amendment would be a reality. It's been a long struggle in Oklahoma City. And today, as I have watched young men, young women come in here representing various occupations, I realize more than ever what the NAACP has done. And I know that those of you all over Oklahoma want to join us today, and you can join us. You can take an NAACP membership. The memberships are only $10 for adults, $3 for children. You're saying to me, Mrs. Luper, we have won. And I say to you, we still have a long ways to go. I want you to call us at 424-2384. Now, in the next few minutes, you will hear from various individuals, because these individuals will be thanking the NAACP for what they have done. They will be thanking the NAACP today that somebody as black as me, and I'm black as a blackberry, as black as me, can sit down anywhere and eat. You will join the NAACP today because you realize that somebody as black as me is able to ride anywhere on a bus. We used to sing that if you miss me in the back of the bus, don't worry about me. Come on up to the front of the bus and I'll be sitting up there. Then you remember when we changed that song and say, if you miss me from sitting in the front of the bus, don't worry about me. Just come on up to the driver's seat and I'll be driving that bus. Now, I know intelligent people all over this land know that black people would not be driving these buses. Black people would not be enjoying the privileges if it had not been for NAACP. That's why people are coming in to take NAACP memberships. You know, in all, you have winners, and we do have a contest up here today. We want to see who's going to sell the most NAACP memberships. Now, this is going to be interesting. As you know, out in Radio Land, I am a champion. I am supposed to be able to sell more memberships than everybody else, but today I hate to tell you this, I am running behind. I am behind, and the one that I'm running behind is my own daughter, Marilyn Hildred, who thinks she can beat me selling memberships. I've only sold 125 memberships today, and here's Marilyn to tell you what she has done.
I've only sold 201 memberships today, and I'm challenging all of you that I have not heard from to give me a call, because I'm asking all of my friends, business associates, the class of 64, all of you that I know, buy 10 youth council memberships with 10 kids, and that's only $30. $30 is not too much to pay for the price of freedom. And later on in the radio show, I want to tell you about those of you that have answered the call for freedom, justice, and equality.
Speaking of answering the call, it's easy to talk that talk, but today you will have an opportunity to walk that walk. And to walk that walk, I want you to walk up to Freedom Center, 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue, like intelligent people, like grateful people, and say, I want my membership. Now, you can get it by your MasterCard, your Visa. Let's not hang around. Call 424-2384. Leading the senior branch of NAACP is Roosevelt Milton. Here he is to tell you what's going on as he sees it here today.
Well, Miss Luper, we're selling an awful lot of memberships up here today. We want to invite all of the organizations in the community to come out and be with us and take out your membership. I want to send a special challenge out to the Blacks in Criminal Justice. I want to see Joyce Jackson and Robert Buckner and some of those people in that organization come up here and take out their membership, because these people know as well as I do that freedom ain't free. So we want to ask you to do that. I also want to challenge the National Association of Black Social Workers. We haven't seen very many of that group out here this morning, and we want to invite them to come out and take out your membership.
Okay, who are some of the people that are taking out NAACP memberships, or that have taken out memberships from you directly today?
Okay, Miss Luper, we have had a membership taken out by Miss Gracie Hicks. I know she has a lot of friends out there and wants some of Mrs. Hicks's friends to come over and take out their membership. Miss Maria Hutchinson, Darvella Carroll, and just a whole list of people. Jackie Brown, Gloria Bowen. Friends of these people, we want you to come out and take your membership. And right here I see that we have one of Oklahoma's most famous wrestlers, and his name is Kenny Monday. And I think some of the listening audience have been waiting to hear Kenny Monday come in. So we want to congratulate him for coming out and being with us. And I'm going to give this back to Miss Luper now, because I see her getting excited.
I am excited. Who wouldn't be excited if they were standing and hugging a world championship? The best wrestler in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here at 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue, everybody is smiling. Mr. Stamps is smiling. Never before in the history of this state have we all had the opportunity to touch a world champion. How many times? 2 times a twice world champion wrestler. Kenny Monday is here at Freedom Center, 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue, and I see Chris Fowler, one of our promising athletes. He's all ready to get an autograph to take back and show off at his school. But our Kenny will be with us in just a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. They say it couldn't happen, but just think, God has allowed me to even look at 2 shares. You wouldn't believe this. Here we have 2 shares in leading colors. And one's black and one is white. What difference does that make? That's a miracle. One of the miracles that God has allowed me to live to see. Now, I can't talk about anybody else. I just have to talk about myself. Never before in my life have I been surrounded by the kind of people that's here today. Do you believe that I have here a senator, a live senator, the Honorable Senator, and I'm not going to tell you, you already guessed it, but you will get to meet her. I have the top all-state insurance agent in this region here. I have top workers in correction. I have it here. Today's program is certainly being made possible by Rainbow Bread, and Rainbow is good bread. And I know you must be excited. Ladies and gentlemen, I will give to you now the Honorable Senator Vicki Miles LaGrange. All right, everybody's smiling up here. Everybody's smiling. She's here.
Hello, thanks so very much. It is good to be here at the NAACP Freedom Center, and I'd like to extend a challenge to all black lawyers, and there are many of us here in Oklahoma City, to stop by the NAACP Freedom Center, renew your membership, because I know that you are members, and I'd also like to make a challenge to all people 35 and younger to come and renew your membership, or if you haven't ever had one, to purchase a membership for a most worthy cause in the name of freedom, the NAACP. It is good to be here, and there are a lot of people down here at the Freedom Center, and please stop on by. You don't have to get dressed up to come by for a very worthy cause. Thanks so very much, Ms. Luper.
Thank you, Senator. Today you occupy a very important position on a national level. I want to congratulate you, and you know I'm proud of you. Because when I look at you people, you young people, you've got to realize that this is something new for me. Never in my life have I been able to touch. What position do you hold in the Democratic Party?
I'm Democratic National Committee woman for the state of Oklahoma, and I might add that the national chairman of the Democratic National Party is a black man, and his name is Ron Brown, and a very sharp black man.
Yes, he's sharp, but he is not any sharper than our senator here. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and they are now taking pictures of Kenny Monday. Mrs. Gloria Matthews is all smiling because Kenny Monday is hugging her. They're taking a picture. Pat Milton had to get on it. Pat Milton is being hugged by the world champion wrestler. This is a Clara Luper radio show. Come on by. Mr. Kermit James has just arrived. Mr. James is all smile because for the first time in his life, he is seeing in here history. History is being made. It's no wonder that this is called the Freedom Center. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eddie Stamps, one of our pioneers, is here, and he's all smiling. He has on an NAACP shirt. He's looking good. I like everything except his shoes today, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello out there, Radio Land. Yes, this is Ed Stamps with the NAACP, and I'm asking all of the Prince Hall Masons to get up and get out here. I'm thinking of Outer Temple number 20. We have most of the Outer Temple number 20, but all of Prince Hall Masons, the Heritage of Jericho, Blue Lodge, Consistory, and Eastern Star, any point of the Prince Hall family, get out here and give us your support. And as for Ed Stamps, I will be on the desk here taking membership. I'm just getting here. I haven't got but one Shriner. I got Jerry Harris coming from northeast part of Oklahoma City and taking his membership. And I want all the Shriners, Consistory, Blue Lodge, Heritage Jericho, all of you of the Prince Hall family, come out here and give old Noble Stamps a break. Thank you.
Sure, they're going to give you a break. All you, I don't know what he called you, but whoever you call, he say come by and give him a break. Now, Mr. Stamps is in the race, and Mr. Stamps is running. I don't know how far he's going to run, but I know one thing. Chris Fowler is now getting an autograph from Kenny Monday. This is an opportunity that happens to you once in a lifetime, and you had better get ready and take advantage of it. Come on, call 424-2384. Let's get it over with because we are making history today.
Hello, my name is Faye Palmer, and I'm Women in NAACP Secretary. I'll give you a few of the names of the pledges that we have today. Katara Pryor, Dina Red, Sharon Patton, Jacqueline Pearson, and Wanda Thomas. I am a member of the Douglas class of 66, and at this time I am challenging all 66 Douglas alumni to come on down to 2609 North Martin Luther King today and join in. Come on home to NAACP and bring your $10 for your membership.
Thank you. Bring your $10. Pat is all smiling, and why shouldn't he smile? Patricia Milton, one of the most beautiful young ladies in Oklahoma City, and she's all dressed in the Oklahoma City NAACP branch T-shirt, and she has on a jacket that's out of sight. That's what you see once in a lifetime. Pat, I know you're happy, and here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Pat Milton.
This is Patricia Milton, and I am a member of NAACP. I'm a member of the local branch, and I'm also a member of the Women's Auxiliary. I'm a registered nurse, and I'm challenging all of you registered nurses to come on out and get involved in the NAACP. We need you. What can you do to help? You can join your branch. You can give your time. You can give your money. You can join a committee. You can talk to members of your family about joining the NAACP. Talk to your friends and neighbors. Recruit 10 other people. Come on down. We need you.
Sure, we need you. We need you to play a leading role to help yourself. Sometimes you ask me, why don't I quit? Let me ask you, why don't you do something? Why don't you get up? It's your time. The reason I don't quit is I can't quit. What could I say to Harriet Tubman when in that great judgment day? Harriet Tubman, you didn't quit, and you were tied to slavery. There are so many people that are so responsible for our success. And today I would like to pay a special tribute to our sheriff, Sheriff Sheriff Sharp. He is so sharp, it's unbelievable. He made us a promise some years ago when he ran for the Oklahoma County Sheriff that he would be with us. And representing Sheriff Sharp today is a deputy sheriff, Wishon.
Thank you, Mrs. Luper. We definitely take this time to thank you for giving us the opportunity to come down here and represent you. I'm sure that you'll know that Sheriff Sharp is an avid supporter and an ardent supporter of every community activity and sponsorship that he can perform. And any time that assistance is needed, I'm sure that you can know that you can call on your Sheriff, J.D. Sharp.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. Yes, Kenny Mundy is here. People are looking at a twice world's champion, not a city champion, not a state champion, but a world's champion. You remember in Seoul, Korea, when we saw him, bam, there he was, and after all, Kenny is here. This is a special day. It's a special day because we are in the process of becoming number one. We are reporting to the national office every hour. We have to call in and see how many memberships that we have. And here comes Cheryl Fowler, and I know Cheryl has a report for me.
Yes, I do, Mrs. Luper. On behalf of Chauncey Shardina's Preschool and Nursery, I would like to report 10 youth memberships, and I would like to call the names for you. Crystal Strotter, Johnny Strotter, Allie Lee, Lutrine Jones, Alan Jones, Danielle Harris, Dion Coffey, Mario Bell, Tiffany Thompson, and DeAndre Stafford. Yes, these are the students that attend Chauncey Shardina's Preschool and Nursery. And here is Gloria Matthews that would like to give a few words and challenge all the other parents to buy their children a membership. Also, she says that she has sold more. Let me add these adult memberships. Beatrice Parker, Mary Parker, Rosie Walker, Anola Thompson, Gerard Thompson, Marie Weekley, Cresseline Phillips, Linda Smallwood, Winfred Williams, Latrell Burris, Donald Weekley, Judge Charles Owens, and Juanita Henson. Well, I tell you, Chauncey Shardina's Preschool and Nursery has really done their job. And I'd like to challenge all those people out there in radio land that have promised Cheryl Fowler a membership. I need to get in the race. So you come up here to Freedom Center and purchase your youth memberships or your adult memberships. And here is Mrs. Luper.
Thank you so very kindly. This part of our program is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Merlin Hildred. And also Harold Ford. Now, Harold will be here emceeing this show for us within a few minutes. But let me tell you something. If you want some insurance, be sure and either call Harold or Marilyn. Both of them are mine. I'm proud of both brothers. If you want to call Harold, Harold will be on, and he will give you a number, and Marilyn will also give you a number. Sir Charles Taylor is located at 6225 Southeast of 15th Street here in Oklahoma City. Really in Midwest City. Mr. Charles Woods will minister to your clothing needs. You deserve a tailor-made suit, and certainly he will see to it that you have the best. That's Sir Charles Taylor. Gordon's Grocery Store, located at 4141 South Portland Street, has some very specials today that we will be telling you all about. Dr. A.L. Dow is at 934 Northeast 8th Street. Your optometrist, his number is 235-0536. That's Dr. A.L. Dow, and Dr. A.L. Dow will be here shortly. The telephone number is 235-0536. Today's program is being broadcast and being presented on this special historical day. How do you interview a world champion? I've got to have Harold Ford here. I've got to have Kenny Monday. I've got to have a champion in the insurance business and also a champion again. Now, to interview a twice world champion, I'm going to put one on one side. Kenny Monday, come here and sit down by me. You're really looking good. Harold Ford, come here and join me because we've got to do it up. Harold, how do you go about interviewing a twice world champion?
Well, Mrs. Luper, you do it very, very carefully. Very, very carefully. We'd like to say good evening to you, and we invite each and every one of you to come out to the Freedom Center and become a part of the NAACP on the great membership drive that we have taking place today. And it's even more special because we have Mr. Kenny Monday. And it's a pleasure meeting you. I've seen it on TV, but in my lifetime, I'm shaking his hand right now. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure meeting you, too. It's a pleasure to be here today. And I just like to say hello and hi to everyone out there and all my friends and all my fans here in Oklahoma. It's a pleasure to be back. It feels good to be back home and get a little time to take off now after the World Championships. John Smith and I were both from Oklahoma State. We both won the World Championships this year, and it just feels great to be home now.
Kenny, could you tell, we've been talking about the championships. Let's talk specifically about the honors that you've received.
Okay, well, last year, of course, I won the 88 Olympic Games in Seoul at 163 pounds and won the festival this year, which qualified me for the World Championships in Martigny, Switzerland. And I went up against Arsen Fadzayev. He was a four-time world champion out of the Soviet Union, and he won the Olympic Games last year at a weight below my class, and he came up to my class this year to try to beat me, and I beat him 6-1 in the final, so it really feels good to be the best in the world and beat the best in the world, and it's just great.
Well, we congratulate you again on your accomplishments. One other thing before we get away. We'd like for you to express your special invitation to each and every one to come out to the Freedom Center and become a part of the NAACP, okay?
I tell you, I like the slogan. It says, don't stay on the sidelines. Come and join the NAACP. It's great to come home to say, hey, we need everyone's help here, and everyone, we have to pull together and bring this together and help the youth. And it's very important that we get our kids out and support them in anything they do and all of their goals and all their aspirations in life, because you never know what we have. You know, world champions and scholars and doctors and lawyers are just waiting out there to get that right push and that right opportunity to get out there. And we just need to get behind everyone and push real hard.
Once again, we thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to stop by and extend the very special invitation to everyone to come out to the Freedom Center here on the corner of 26th and Martin Luther King. We invite you to come on out today, okay?
Kenny has to run now. He's going to be on KPRW, but he will be right back to be on KBYE. This is it. Harold, I'm telling you, this is some occasion, isn't it?
I tell you what, this has been I think my second or third year coming up here, and after last year I've committed myself on this Saturday I wouldn't go fishing. I would stay at home and do get some things done, and also come down and be a part of this great occasion. We extend a very special invitation to all the Douglas Trojans that have graduated, will graduate, and just might graduate. We extend an invitation to you to come on out. We challenge each and every one of you. We extend a special invitation to all the members of Fairview Baptist Church to come on out and be a part of the NAACP right here on 26th and Eastern in your community.
So many times we neglect those people, especially those young teachers that are staying in the field of education. You don't know what it means to be a teacher unless you have been one. But the teachers are molding the future generations. The determination and the dedication of teachers that will take time out. And incidentally, Dr. Robinson, the principal of Star Spencer High School, has been here today and gotten his membership. Dr. Strong from Avery Chapel AME Church has been here. Reverend Burnett has been here. Reverend Cooper has been here. And I'm sure that all of the other ministers will be here. But at this time, I would like to introduce you to a young man, a young wrestling coach from Star Spencer High School, Bob Booth.
Yeah, Bob Booth here, and I'll tell you, I'm glad to be here. There's an excitement in the air around here in the studio, and it's catchy. All right, and I'll tell you, I work with a lot of the black athletes over at Star Spencer, and I'm encouraged because you get a group of people like I have around me here, you get in the presence of world champions, and you don't sit on the bench. You've got to get out there, and you got to take a step forward and become a champion yourself. And I know because I teach over at Star Spencer that there's a lot, I call them diamonds in the rough. Okay, when they're diamonds in the rough, most people think they're just old rocks over there. But I'll tell you, there's some diamonds over there. They need cleaving. They need some rough edges worked off of them. But I'll tell you, there are some diamonds, and I want to harvest some of those.
I'm happy that you want to harvest some of them. How long have you been a wrestling coach?
Well, I've been a wrestling coach for about 15 years, and I'm from the West Coast, Seattle, Washington, and I moved out here about 6 years ago and spent about 6 years at a children's home up in northeast Oklahoma, Cookson Hills, and then came to Oklahoma City about 2 years ago and started teaching at Star Spencer last year, the middle of the year.
Well, welcome to Oklahoma City, and also welcome to Freedom Center. This is the NAACP Youth Council's Freedom Center. We're at 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue, and we want you to come on out. We want you to come on out. Kenny Mundy is here. There are many other personalities that are here. Marilyn is smiling. Marilyn, give me a report on exactly what you are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Clara Luper is running behind, and guess who's beating me? Marilyn. Mr. Eddie Stamps thinks he's going to run ahead. Mr. Roosevelt Milton, Mrs. Gloria Matthews, Senator Vicky Miles. But I know my students and my friends, as they have been doing all day, will fall in here and make Clara number one.
Thank you so very much. I am just so elated today. I just love beating folks. And I want you to know how much I appreciate your support during this radio telethon for the NAACP, especially those of you who I'm getting ready to call your names, those of you that I've heard from, and I want to thank those of you who I have not heard from, because I know you're going to be calling me in a few minutes. Riley Brown of Brown's Rental at 901 Northeast 28th Street. Combs.
Marilyn, I see Mr. Riley Brown walking in. Wonder, will he be giving just memberships to you? Mr. Brown, how are you doing? Okay, Mr. Brown, you are up here. You know we are in a contest up here, and you know Clara Luper is running behind Marilyn Luper. Marilyn Hildred, I want to know, who are you up here supporting?
I got to be with you.
Oh! He said he's got to be with me, but he's giving his $30 to Marilyn. Oh, just a minute. All right, back with Marilyn.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Combs and Hogue, attorneys at law at 4545 Lincoln, Oklahoma City, 10 Youth Council memberships. A. Vicenio Johnson, attorney A. Vicenio Johnson at 200 North Harvey. Attorney Michael Braswell at 3621 North Kelly. Attorney Senator Vicki Mounds, located at 525 Central Park Drive, Oklahoma City, 10 Youth Council memberships. Ron Pennington, State Farm, located at 5131 Classen Boulevard, 10 Youth Council memberships. Avery Hicks, new car manager, Larry Spencer, Norman, Oklahoma, 10 Youth Council memberships, $30. Robert Gates, Gates Barbershop, 10 Youth Council memberships, $30. Carbon Realty Company, located at 1242 Northeast 34th, 10 NAACP Youth Council members. Bob Ewing at Joe Coker, sales manager, 10 Youth Council memberships, $30. Lynn Walls and Stan Hall, Lynn Walls Insurance Agency, located at 718 Northeast 36. Stan Hall, Century 21, Metro Dream House, 718 Northeast 36. 10 NAACP Youth Council memberships. Anita Arnold and Arnold's Investment Brokerage Company, located at 501 Northwest I-44 Service Road, 10 NAACP Youth Council memberships. Mitchell Anderson, located at 9516 South Shields, Moore, Oklahoma, from the class of 64, and he challenges all his other class members. 10 NAACP Youth Council memberships. Toby Beauty Shop, located at 1200 Northeast 24th, 10 NAACP Youth Council members. 100 Southwestern, 10 NAACP memberships. Manolo Beauty Shop, and she challenges the other beauticians at 1216 Northeast 23rd Street, 10 memberships. Harold Nesbitt, Allstate Insurance Company, 10 memberships, $30, located at 1000 West Wilshire, Suite 401. 10 Youth Council memberships. Marilyn Hildred, Allstate Insurance Company, 10 NAACP Youth Council memberships. Allstate Insurance Company, that's me. Okay. Darlene Hunden, State Farm Agent, located 5103 Short Tail. 10 NAACP Youth Council memberships and $30. And I'm waiting to hear from the rest of you. I'm at 201. My goal was 250, and I need to hear from about 31 of you to buy 10 NAACP Youth Council memberships. And thank you very much.
The only way that I can handle Maryland is with you. The BFI Waste Company has just brought a check up here for $315, which will account for 105 NAACP Youth Council memberships. Few of you come up here and I will go over. Now, we are talking about NAACP Youth memberships, but we are also talking about adult memberships. And here's a worker. Here's Miss Sononia Bennett, who's all smiles, and she must have a whale of a report. Here's Miss Bennett.
Hello, radio fans. Today we're in a radiothon to gather all memberships from everyone. So I'm just going to say everyone. And if you're black, that means you are everyone. So I was so proud to know that the people that I called quickly this morning have responded. Mia Coleman, Chris Coleman, Joanne Coleman, Irma Chapman, Christopher Williams. And I also would like to thank a relative. She was here very, very early. Mabel Kennedy, paid in full. And I want to thank the people that just dropped in just by hearing the announcement and enroll their children in the NAACP, which we meet every Monday here at the Freedom Center on 26th and Martin Luther King. Thank you so much for enrolling your child. Kenneth Berry, Crystal Berry, and the family Charles Stewart and Alva Stewart and Carlton Stewart. We want to see all the children up here, as many as we can, on Monday nights at 7 o'clock. I'm Sononia Bennett as one of the youth advisors. Thank you.
Thank you, and certainly here's a lovely Mrs. Georgia Juniper, all smiles, and certainly I know she want to thank all of you for supporting her. You have supported her with shirts. You have bought shirts, and incidentally, shirts are on sale now at Gates Barbershop, and you may go by there and pick up one. Here is Mrs. Juniper.
Hello to all my friends out in Radio Land. I am one of the youth advisors who works here tirelessly with Clara, Luper, and other hard-working volunteer people. I would like to thank you for coming by or calling in or responding to my call with your membership pledges today. I have to thank Gwen Abels for her $10 membership, also Cordelia Bennett for her $10 membership. The lovely Darlene Jones of Midwest City has pledged $10 today. Ronald Rex, one of my friend's sons, has pledged $10 today. Also, Marion Brown from down in Norman, Oklahoma has pledged $10. Anita Reynolds, who I work with all the time at church, have pledged $10, and also $3 each for her beautiful daughters. I'd like to thank you today, and God bless you.
Certainly, God helps those that help themselves, and God is going to bless you because Mrs. Juniper reminded you of that fact. Well, my list is so long I can't call the names. Mr. Kermit James is here, and he's smiling because he knows that we are going to go over. Senator has a very important announcement that I want you to listen to.
Thank you, Mrs. Luper. First, I'd like to say the names of the young people who have purchased youth council memberships. And these, I might add, these children are all under the age of 5 years old. Brittany Scott, Stacia Starks, Anna Sharp, Chris Eason, Morgan Francisco, Adama Fisher. In that same regard, the Advisory Task Force on Child Daycare is holding a public hearing on Friday, September 29th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Myriad Convention Center in the Great Hall. We invite you, if you have children who are in daycare, if you're a daycare provider, or just a concerned citizen, to please come out. There are some 279,000 children in Oklahoma under the age of 5 years old. And of that number, there are only places, licensed daycare slots, for 71,000 of them. And did you know that a zookeeper makes more than a daycare worker who is responsible for the care of our children? There are so many issues that we want to hear from the community on during this public hearing. So please come out on Friday, September 29th at the Myriad Convention Center at the Great Hall to express your opinion and let us hear your public comments in the areas of concern regarding child care in Oklahoma. Thanks so very much, Mrs. Luper.
Thank you. This program today is made possible by Bob Davis Fish Market, located at 30th and North Kelly here in Oklahoma City. They specialize in fish, and we are talking about all kinds of fish. Mrs. Hunter has been quite busy all day. She's all smiles. Lady, how do you think it's going?
Oh, Mrs. Luper, it's going wonderful, wonderful. We've had so many people that's been in the building and then out of the building, bringing in memberships, bringing in pledges, and bringing in donations. We want to thank all of our radio audience who have been by, and you who came by and left your memberships and your donations and your pledges. We want to thank you, because I want to thank the 11 that gave me pledges, and I'm going to be looking them up as soon as this radiothon is over. And I have several who gave me their memberships, something like 20. I want to thank them for their memberships. And most of all, a person at Tate's Grocery Store. Tate's Grocery Store took out a membership. I went by there for some other business, and he said, I want a membership. And Tate's Grocery Store took out a membership. So therefore, I want to challenge all grocerymen to come and take out some memberships. So any groceryman that's out there, now Tate has started the line. So all you need to do, you call us and tell us you're going to take out a membership. We'll come over and pick your membership up. This is all we want you to do. So our number here is 424-2384. I'll tell you that again. Our number here is 424-2384. You know, we have so many people coming in and asking questions and moving around. I almost forgot the telephone number. So, you know, we really have a crowd of people here. So Tate Grocery has started this membership. And I know all of our grocery stores that we have in this neighborhood and in the connecting neighborhoods, you're going to be calling us and telling us to come and pick up your memberships. So we're looking forward for that. Thank you so very much.
Millwood School District has been questioned about some things. The parents feel that that school must be improved, and to do it, they are having a very special meeting next Monday night, September 25th, 1989, at 6:30 p.m. at the Wildwood Christian Church. Now, that meeting will be at 6:30 p.m., 1445 Northeast 50th Street street, and I'm asking you to be there. Mrs. Letty Ruth Hunter has in her hand the championship belt. You got to bring it here, Letty. I've got to touch it, and I would like to get Kenny Monday back because I want to know more about this champion. I just want to see this double world champion. Those of you that will miss this opportunity, incidentally, my children are not going to let me down. Bobby has arrived, and here's Kenny. Kenny, one thing that I'm concerned with, you grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So many young men your age decided that they would go drugs and what have you. But what is it about you that have made you stand out all over the world? Let me have this camera. I wish y'all could see me now. Here I am, sitting up here with a world champion belt. I'm going to put it around me because put it around me. And I know I'm looking to take the picture. Be sure and take the picture. I'm gold. This is pure gold. I wouldn't take anything at this. Everybody's looking at me. I wore a champion belt for a minute. But tell me, how have you stayed away from drugs? How have you stayed away?
Well, it all started with my parents and my mom and dad. They gave me a good foundation growing up, and this made me realize that if I wanted to be successful, I had to stay away from all the pitfalls of life, and still, have a good, strong attitude, and don't get involved with bad peer pressure, and just try to be an individual. Try to stress to be an individual and get the most out of myself. And that's what kept me going for so long, is that I just want to be the best that I can be on all areas of life, and be a positive role model for a lot of the youth that are growing up now because they need it. And it's very tough growing up when you have a lot of peer pressure and a lot of things that's going on in the world, a lot of negative things. I just want to tell you that you can do it. Anyone can be successful if you put your mind to it, set your goals, and stay positive in life, and just try to do the best that you can, and you'll come out on top.
All right, I noticed you're wearing red, white, and blue with U.S. Olympic signal on it. Tell me what this means.
Well, this is the uniform that we got from the Olympics award ceremony uniform that we got from the Olympics, and I just thought it would be appropriate to wear it today and come down and show my colors. It feels good every time I put it on, and I'm just glad I'm here today.
What has happened to you as a result? What countries you've traveled in? What opportunities have you gained?
I'll tell you what, I've been to like 12 different countries, and it's an education in itself, just going to different countries and seeing how other people live. Going to the Eastern Bloc countries, I've been to East Germany, West Germany, been to Russia a couple times, been to Turkey, and I tell you what, when I do travel, when I see how the other people live, it makes you really appreciate being an American and having the opportunity to be successful, because there's so many people in the world, even in America, that don't have the opportunity to be successful, but more so people in the Eastern Bloc countries where they were controlled by communism, and it just really makes you appreciate having the freedom to do what you want to do. And the way that you get that freedom is through education. And if you get that education and you get your schoolwork done and you study hard, that's freedom. That's the freedom to do what you want to do and express all your goals and just be the best that you can be. But I've been very cultured to go out and have the opportunity to travel. I just thank the Lord that I've had the opportunity to go out and see the world and come back and express it to my peers and my family and my friends and let them know that America is the greatest country in the world.
All right, you know America is the greatest country in the world, but when you were in Eastern Bloc that is dominated by communism, were you discriminated against?
No, I wasn't. I got treated very, very good. I don't think they saw any color. I think it was just the fact that I was an American, and they were in awe of the fact that I was an American and I was a sportsman and a champion sportsman, and they really took to that, really made us feel welcome, and did the best they could to show us a good time and show that their country is striving for world peace. And I'm just glad I had the opportunity.
All right, now you have gone to 12 countries. You won in Switzerland, is that true? Yes. In what city?
In Martini.
In Martina, Switzerland, you won. What happened to you this time? There were not a lot of Americans there to cheer you on. Tell me how you felt.
Well, it felt good. We had a good, strong team this year. like I said again, John Smith and I were the only champions, but our team, the United States team, freestyle team, did the best that we've ever done in a world competition. And we all just stuck together and stayed behind one another. We had a few fans come over and cheer us on. And I tell you, Switzerland is a beautiful country, and we had a great time over there. We just stuck together and pulled behind one another.
Pulling behind each other. Oh, this is a great day. I wish I could express it. I wish I could tell you how I felt here today, but I can tell you that we have some job openings up here. Those of you that are interested in working in the evenings, would you come by here? The address is 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue. We do have some people here that are looking for some employees. Once again, this is a Clara Luper radio show, and the question is, will Clara Luper become the champion? Here comes another one of mine, Nancy Moore. Nancy, I knew you would come, and I do know that you have a special for me. Here she is, Nancy Moore.
Hi. I just came by to see what all the excitement was about. I know you can tell me if anyone can.
Well, certainly I can tell you. I want you to go and touch the world's champion. Here he is, all in red, white, and blue. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Nancy's just everybody is smiling here. This is certainly a big day. And it's always a big day when you go to Gordon's Grocery, 2121 South Portland Street, where T-bone steaks today are selling for $3.98 a pound, where you can get chicken legs for 49 cents a pound, pork steaks, 99 cents a pound. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I do have here in my hand a notation from Mrs. Dorothy Dale Smith, who has sold more educational T-shirts than you can imagine. Not only that, she has supported the NAACP. Not only that, she has given to the monument. Not only that, she has done it for years. Mr. Stamps has been walking around here talking about what St. John's Church is going to do. Mister, what did you say? I want to make sure that I can tell it straight.
Well, I just want to say that St. John Baptist Church have always supported me in the membership drive, and I want to challenge them to wake up and get up and come on out here and give me the membership today, and I certainly can use it because I am running behind. So all St. John members, come on and give Ed Stamps a break.
Ed Stamps really needs a break because he sure is behind. I would like to tell all of you to come on by here. Let's do it. Bobby Battle's here. Bobby, I know you came here to put your mom over. Bobby Battle, come right in here. I know you're going to put us over. Marilyn is all smile. She thinks she's going to do it. Bobby, come in here with your report so I'll know exactly where I am.
Thank you, Mom. Right now, Mr. Lands at 2417 Walkers is buying 2 adult memberships and 5 youth memberships. Miss Giovanni is going to purchase 3 youth memberships. The Black Culture Awareness Society, 4 youth memberships. Cape Incorporated, 4 memberships. These are youth memberships. Life USA Insurance Company, 3 youth memberships. And the Brady Bunch, which is part of my family, we have about 11 members there. And they are going to come in and take out their new memberships. And, of course, you know, quite naturally, right now, myself, I got to renew my membership, and also one for Miss Giovanni, which is my daughter Jazzy, your granddaughter. So we're coming along pretty good here. We have a total of, well, you'll have to figure it out.
Okay, I can figure it out. With all this money in my hand with a champion, and ladies and gentlemen, Clara Luper is going to pull it out today. I'm going to be the champion. Dr. A.L. Dial is arriving. Dr. Dial, come right here. Dr. A.L. Dial is arriving, and I need some help here. I need some help for someone to help me write these memberships. I need some help here, and certainly we have all of these people that are here. Everybody's busy. We do need some more help in writing memberships. Dr. A.L. Dial.
Hello, Mrs. Luper. How are you today? I'm delighted to be here in this very wonderful operation that's taking place. You have always worked very hard for the good of all people. You have been a lady of humility, and everything you've been done, it's been tempered with Christian love and the Christian spirit. So I'm indeed happy to leave my garden, working very hard, and come here to say a word and be a part of anything that you're a part of.
Well, I'm so proud of you, Dr. Dowell, and you know that there will be a Black History Monument built out there, and your face will be out there where generations to come can look and say, Dr. Dowell made an outstanding contribution. Dr. Dowell is going to have a picture made with our world champion. Mr. Kermit James has just announced that he's given to the NAACP Youth Council a refrigerator. I should say has given it. It's all here. I want you to come by here. I want you to see what's being done, and I know you want to be a part of it. Remember, we have a lot of people up here, and I'm going to allow these people to call their names so the people will know exactly what to do. Harold Ford is here. Harold, here it is. Tell him. You have a minute to tell it.
I tell you what, it brings back memories to be up here, and we invite you to be a part of these memories. Become a part of history today. Come out to 25th and Martin Luther King, and make your pledges. Better still, make your membership if you don't have one. And it's so ironic that today I received my Crisis magazine as a result of my membership, and it had a very interesting article in the Crisis magazine. And so there's some interesting articles that will come out to you year-round by becoming a member of the NAACP. We ask you to come on out today, 25th at Martin Luther King, and if you have any questions or you need transportation or need someone to call you, to talk to you, you can call 424-2384. Come on out.
Harold, they're coming in. Here you are. Come right here and tell us what you are doing. Clara Luper's going to take the lead.
Yes, I'm Connie Wade of Midwest City, and we came to turn in donation. We're from the Dale City Cardinals baseball team, and we brought in our donation, and we're asking everybody else to come on in because we need all of you.
Would you like to place a challenge to the other baseball teams in that league? Tell them about it.
And we would like to challenge all other baseball teams in this league. We are putting $30, and we want everybody else to match it.
Oh, okay. What did she say, Harold?
She says she would like to challenge all other baseball teams in that league that they're playing, and they're paying $30. We have one of the baseball players here. Come up and tell us your name.
Hello, my name is Jose Rogers. I play for Midwest City Cardinals.
Can you invite all your friends to come on out?
Well, not yet.
Okay, tell them to invite them. Tell them to come on out.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, thank you so very kindly. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and this show today is being made possible by Harold Ford and Marilyn Hildred. You can get your insurance, and be sure and get your insurance. Here we have another deputy sheriff here, Mr. Wade. Mr. Wade, we are so happy that you are here and part of this big celebration.
That's Tom Wade from Oklahoma Sheriff Department. I'm glad to be here and hope everybody come in and support this effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Dowell has just announced that he has given $30 worth of memberships, which is 10 memberships that will go down on Clara Luper's name. And at this time, Dr. Dowell. Okay, Marilyn and I are fussing. Excuse me now, Dr. Dowell. Who did you come up here to help? Marilyn Hildred or Clara Luper? You better be careful what you say because tomorrow the sun will shine. Who did you come up here to help?
I just lost my voice, and I can't speak.
Okay, now, in the midst of all of this, we know that we are in trouble as a people. We have seen our young people shot down on the streets of our beloved city. But the saddest story of all was a story that we saw one of our senior citizens killed. Here's an appeal now. We can't let it happen again. It's a reflection on all of us. We must take care of our senior citizens. These are the people that brought us through. Today, a crowd gathered to say goodbye to Mrs. Montine K. Warner at the Fairview Baptist Church. Mrs. Warner, a lady that had blazed away for many of us, was killed. Let us not let it happen again. And now for our funeral and death announcements, we turn to Mrs. Hunter.
Ross Funeral Home announces the following services. Mr. Frank W. Bush Jr. at 9609 Crest Drive. Services 1 p.m. Sunday in Clearview, Oklahoma. Mrs. Gloria D. Daniels, 1209 West Hefner Road. Her services will be Monday at 11 a.m. in Ross Chapel. Mrs. Eva Brown of Oklahoma City, her services will be Tuesday at 1 p.m. in the Ross Chapel. The Temple Funeral Home announces Mrs. Neoma Jefferson. Her services will be at 11 a.m. Monday at St. John's Baptist Church. Mr. King Dennis 11 a.m. Tuesday. Sunny Lane Baptist Church. Mrs. Ruby Kirk, her services will be 11 a.m. Wednesday at Temple's Chapel. Mrs. Martha Halliburton, services will be at 11 a.m. Wednesday at St. Matthew's Baptist Church at Okmulgee, Oklahoma. Mrs. Ethel Lee's services will be at 11 a.m. Thursday at Tabernacle Baptist Church. I missed one for the Ross Funeral Home, and that name is Isabel McGlory, and her address is 113 Northeast 16th Street. Her services is pending at the Ross Funeral Home. And I would like to extend to you who are bereaved my deepest heartfelt sympathy. But all we need to do is always remember, God is always standing by. All we need to do is reach out. And back to Clara.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The world champion is now a member of the Oklahoma City NAACP Youth Council. He's taken out his membership. He's taken his pen. He's writing it. He has on that uniform that he wore in Seoul, Korea. Mrs. Dr. Stewart is just arriving. Mrs. Nyla Jewel Phillips has sent waste baskets. Oh, it's a big one. But let me close my program today by saying to the parents that live in Oklahoma City, get your children involved in NAACP, in 4-H Club, in something. If you do this, everything will be all right. And here to take us home.
Yes, we extend a very special invitation for each and every one of you to come out and be a part of it. And as Ms. Luper stated, let's get our young children, young men, young ladies involved in something very positive. Very positive role models are taking place right here today, and you can be a part of a positive move for doing things for the community. We ask you to come out this afternoon and become a part of the NAACP Youth Membership Drive, and there's also memberships available for adults. Come on out, 25th and Eastern. We'll be here for a while, and we've got plenty of time for you to come on out. It's nice outside. Get out and enjoy some of that good fresh air and become a member of the NAACP. And when you go to bed tonight, you can say, I did something very positive today.
This is Clara Luper saying that I do love you. Come on by Freedom Center, 26th and North Martin Luther King Avenue, and I do love you. Tomorrow is Women's Day at 5th Street Baptist Church at 11 o'clock. Anna Slaughter will be speaking, and it will be an honor for me to speak at my church tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. This is Clara Luper saying, I do love you. And Kenny Monday, a member of NAACP, and this is Clara Luper with everybody saying, let's say to the audience, y'all, let's tell them goodbye. Let's say bye-bye.